So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound, please. And while you're focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring your attention to your body, please, and observe head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words mentally, relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. And release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles, please. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So now allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, through the sensation in front of your nose or your upper lip area, just recognize as this is inhalation or as this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. Don't try to think over it. Don't make any comments yourself. Don't have any mental chattering. Just allow everything to happen as it is. And keep your attention only to the sensation of inhalations and exhalations. Just keep your attention only to the sensation of inhalation, exhalation, please. And bring a little bit more attention and follow the entire continuation of the inhalations and exhalations. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalations or exhalations. See carefully and recognize you may experience some inhalation, exhalations become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. And see how calming down your body, inhalations happen. Calming down your body, exhalations happens. Observe how calming down your mind, inhalations happens, calming down your mind, exhalations happens. Your mind, your body, your breathing, all depend on each other and moment by moment change. Arising, existing, disappearing itself. Just observe it. Just get out of your name and form. Allow your body to synchronize with the heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness in the nature. Be formless. Erase your mental image. Just be with the change of inhalation, exhalation. Bring your attention to your body, please, and observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, as all of you know, in these human civilizations, generations to generations, people look for the truth. And everybody like to be real. So when it comes to your life, what you mean by real? You just touching, feeling, and when if there is opportunity come for you to introduce yourself to somebody as you are real, how are you going to do it? Just imagine, because sometimes there are demon, ghost, and this invisible beings, and maybe illusion. So, and people in dreams. So you have to think, then what you mean by real? And another thing is, what is this existence? And how you know this existence is real? So when it comes to that, from ancient time to today, people look for a solution for this. And if you look the dictionaries and how they try to explain what is real, it's all this senses based experience. But when it comes to your life, and sometimes it just even imagine that maybe you having a dream. So that also, when you are in that dream, maybe if there is a bad dream, and maybe you sweating, you become afraid. So then that your whole body react to that. So then your body you respond in a certain level to that dream. So if the reality based with the sensual experience, so your bodily, all senses, all nerve system also react to the dream. So like that, when it comes to very connotation of the dream, the reality, we have questions sometimes. So when it comes to dharma, how you know you are real, and how you know that you exist. So this is the measurement. change, arising, existing, and disappearance. You have to include it to this all three things to be real. And that is what we call existence. So then that is what you experiencing. And we are kind of like that. We are inside it and try to look it from outside. It's kind of like when you are enter to the house, you cannot see the house. So whatever you see as a house from outside, you're not going to see once you enter to it. Like that, once you are in the experience and in the existence, you cannot understand what is existence. So then you start to look outside. But when it comes to the meditation, it slowly start to take you deeper into your inner experience. Once you go into this inner experience, you're recognizing arising, existing, and disappearance of each and every moment. And that make you through, that will make you through that you are living. In case one, if you cannot experience that, no one going to accept you as a life. So just imagine you have a passport, or maybe you are the immigration officer. So you come with your passport. And in that passport, it say the issued day. And there is an expire date. Just imagine there is someone come, you are the immigration officer. Someone come and give a passport, no expire date. You're not going to enter that person to the borderline, the country. Because that is not a valid passport. Why? Because it doesn't have an expire date. Or just imagine there is a passport, it issued day in that very same day, and even it mentioned the time, exactly the same time that person hand over passport to you. And it cannot be, because whoever that person came from the other side, it cannot take issued exactly the same time that person hand over it to you. So then just imagine there is a person come with the bundle of old passports, and with the same name and issue date, the expire date, and then another passport, and so kind of like a bundle of passports, and that person hand over it to you. So then, rather than with the very brand new passport, you become more comfortable to trust that person with all the bundle of passport. Why? Because you can see the existence of that person, the change and the arising, existing, and the disappearance of the time period that person hold the name and the form. But when it comes to the very reality ourselves, that is what we afraid. And that is what we don't want to accept. And that is what we always rejecting. We rejecting accepting new moments, and we rejecting accepting new moments, and at the same time we rejecting to accept whatever happening to in the moment, and at the same time we rejecting the change. See, now you have to understand what is existence, and at the same time how our mind go against it. So that itself is a struggle. So even with your body, with your mind, with your all the society, or the whatever that you build up around you, everything. You want to keep the same. You always like to see that thing same, the way you want. But the nature of the life and the meaning of existence or the reality is different. But you want to see the reality as the things the way you want to maintain, exactly like whatever you want. But it's not going to happen. So once you able to understand this, your very being itself, your existence itself means rising, existing, and disappearance. And that is why you experience this everything with your perception, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. Whatever you experience in the moment is the result of your existence. So then what is the existence means? Whatever that everything in you arising, existing, and disappearance. So we don't want to go with it. So the mindfulness or the awareness or clear comprehension means you tune to that. You tune to that rhythm, you understand that. And once you understand, there is a change going to happen. When there is no that understanding, when there is no mindfulness, when there is no clarity, when there is no clear comprehension, when there is no sati sampajanyo, when there is no awareness in you, you are like a kite without wind. You are like a well-designed, beautiful kite, but there is no wind. You are kind of like a river, no current, no flow. Then what will happen to the river? Get spoiled. Water become bad when there's no flow. You are a ship like no captain. He may be, which is a huge ship in the middle of the ocean, but no captain, no direction to go. You are kind of like a bird, no feathers. You are kind of like an eagle, but no legs. Try to get it. You are kind of like a lion, but no strength. You are kind of like a strong, huge elephant, but blind. So that is when you don't have the mindfulness or the clarity or the understanding, when you cannot merge, when you cannot come with the existence. Your life is like that. That is what our very life in day-to-day life. You don't need to blame to anybody. It is nothing to do with anyone, but it is your own responsibility to understand it. And maybe somebody else and try to say things, do things around that, but you are the main responsible person to deeply understand this. But mostly we try to understand life and settle down with life with the outside information. And then we are always judging with the consequences and the situations and the environment, and we entangle with it, and we always compare, go with the comparison with the situation, but we don't see the very existence happening within us. And you experience everything because of that existence, but you cannot see it. Why? Because you are so busy with outside. Remember, when your mind is so busy with outside, that busyness damages you deeply inside. And it's a scientifically even proved That when your mind is so busy, even as a child, in your young age, even in your middle age, when your mind is so busy, when your brain, if you use your brain too much, that is one reason. It's a kind of like 80% possibility that you're going to have a dementia. You lose when you get old, you lose the memory. It's a scientifically proved. So then remember, that's why when you practice meditation, it is nothing to do with multitasking. You start to come little by little, slow down, settle down, and you become internally relaxed. Why? Because you settle down with your awareness, your recognition, not the outside information or not the outside things. Why? Because you recognize the very change happening in you, and the flow with that change is itself your life. But if you develop a solid consciousness or the awareness within yourself and start to struggle with this, and itself life become suffering. And then you have to come to accept certain responsibility. But that is very hard. That is very difficult to gain that responsibilities to you. And it kind of like the I give an analogy with the story. Okay, there was a mother, and there was a little child, and he always playing, and he just a child, you know. And then one day mother told and gave this kind of, the kind of like this jug, glass, and told, go to market and bring oil. So the child, took the glass and start to go to market. And while he going, he's playing, and turning like this, playing, and then he saw that even this side is, empty, and he saw in the back of the glass also there's a little, empty space. He just saw it, and then he's, playing with the glass, and somehow went to the market and hand over the money, maybe kind of like a $1, $2, and told, give me the oil. So oil man, put the oil to the glass, and it pulled. And then told, oh, there's little bit more oil for that price. Now your glass is full. Where I should put it? And then the boy suddenly remembered the back of the glass, the bottom of the glass, there was a little space. So what the child did, that now this is full of oil, and then it turned over and told, put it here. And the oil man put the oil. And then now child go with this little bit oil, and then went home and gave it to mother. And the mother looked at the glass and, so, is this little oil for that price? And the child remembered the glass was full with the oil, And then what the child did? And then the child told, no, 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 there are more oils. And then turned over the glass. And that also left. So, and when you hear that story, you may think, what an idiot child. What a foolish child. That's how we come to conclusion. That's how we mostly use our logical mind. So this is what's happening all over the world. And when you go deeper, and more than the child, So mother is the responsible, and the oil man is the responsible for losing the oil. When it comes to human ethics, not the child. Child is not responsible for any loss because he's a child. But the mother is responsible for sending the child to bring the oil with the glass. When it comes to human ethics, fundamental human ethics, even though oil man take the money, when it when he gave oil, and he gave oil to the child. So even though he get the money and he is responsible that whatever he give, who is the receiver. So like that, we and sometimes thinks the child is the responsible, but we forget our fundamental human ethics. That's why when it comes to the world, just imagine you are the one who, and maybe everybody, when it comes to politics, economy, science, technology, you are the one who send the person to be the president. And when that person go there and do something, they say, you go crazy and you blame to that person. So, but when it comes to the same thing with this story, it's not happen everywhere. And with your husband, with your wife, with your children, friends, and family members. Maybe you accepting something from that person. Listen this very carefully and merge with the story that happened to the mother and the oil man. So when you expecting something from other person, maybe the comfort, maybe the love, maybe the facilities, maybe the money, maybe any kind of the responsibility, but maybe you don't know that person doesn't have that capacity to provide it. It's like you send the child to the market. So, and it's like you just got the money and you just sell the oil. Just imagine this, when you go to this gas station that you see, for buy liquor, to buy cigarettes, you need to show the ID. Even you show the ID, here close by. And sometimes when I go there, I see some children because there's a high school. And there are a lot of children come. So before the pandemic, and I ask from that guys, and sometimes they show fake IDs. Don't know from where they show fake IDs, but they don't give. So I ask them, in case if you give, what will happen? Oh no, it's nothing to do with the child. Once you give it, if you sell, you are responsible, and maybe they're going to cancel their license. See, that's the same thing with us. Maybe you sign, oh, this is my wife, this is my husband, or this is my child, or in the birth certificate, my name. So like that. And then you think you can get anything out of that. No, you cannot do. You cannot expect anything from the way you want. So just imagine just taking money and you cannot sell anything to anybody. It is go against fundamental human rights, human ethics. So when it comes to the wisdom, the same. So that's what you have to understand. And each and every person depend on according to their own mental capacity, according to their own mental experience. So then it is your own responsibility to recognize yourself, that difference. And maybe whatever you think as happiness and as success is completely different for other person. Maybe what you like, not going to like anyone else in the world. Why? Because your likeness came out of your past experience. So then you have to remember yourself. Especially when it comes to your mind. Even though in conventional world we sharing and we caring each other, but when it comes to your deeper internal development, you can do it by only yourself. Don't look for help. Don't wait for help. So start yourself. And that is where the trust you need within yourself. It is difficult because we always used to trust something from outside. So that's why we kind of like a kite without the wind. That's why we are kind of like the river without flow. That's why we are kind of like the ship without the captain. So that's why we are kind of like the birds without feathers, eagle without legs. Think about it. Lion without strength, elephant without eyes. There are more example I can bring. But you have to get something and understand yourself. So first, the very first thing to build up inner strength. When it comes to strength, that strength should produce inside you. Don't go with any strength that you get from outside. We use many tools, many things to strengthen ourselves. But remember that the real strength come out of your inner experience. So be motivated just by yourself. Don't allow others to push you. Look at your life, so whatever happened, and learn to accept. Within yourself, not with others. Whatever happened to you, accept inside you. And once you accept it inside you, it makes you strong. And that becomes the strength again and again, again and again. And that strength make you more powerful. And not only that, it develop the confidence to just be yourself. That is where you can develop very tranquility mind, even closing your eyes, even without waiting for any perception. You can just be just yourself. That is the bliss that you gain yourself. And that is where the very next thing come mindfulness as a result of that. The strength, confident, and this all create inside. It's nothing to do with the outside. Even you are in the middle of the hell, it's going to happen to you. Even you are wherever in the middle of the heaven, it can happen to you. if you develop the method inside you, without waiting anything from outside. And now you have the strength inbuilt, self-created strength, and you have the self-created confidence, and then there is the clarity arise in you, which we call mindfulness, recognition, and you tune to your perception with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. That is where you tune to the very existence happening in you, arising, existing, and disappearance. So once you come to that level, once you tune to that existence, once it tune to reality, to become that the moment of reality, then you see this arising, existing, and disappearance itself. It arises without any help from anything. And it exists without any help or any authority from anything. And it disappears itself 100% without leaving anything. Any moment by moment, your thoughts, your feeling, sensation, perception, volition or formations, and recognition. All these 5 things, forms, the whatever around you, it arising, existing, disappearing itself without interference of anything and without any help from your past, and it going to come itself, and it leave itself without that keeping anything for the next moment. Your feelings the same. Feelings arise itself and exist itself without any help from anything, and disappear itself. It disappear without leaving anything. That's why your next feelings can come, because if other feelings leave, there are something, it's not going to happen. Perception, moment by moment, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Perception also the same. Volitions or the sanskara, the same. Mental formations, the same. Your recognitions, the same. So once you have tranquility mind, you start to recognize this, and then you start to connect to that change, that vibration, that language. That language is the language of this entire universe. Anywhere in this universe, this all things happen. Arising, existing, and disappearance. It arises itself and exists itself, disappear itself without leaving anything. So once you recognize that, that is what called the panya, or the wisdom. So you need to experience it within yourself. So this is the thing. Remember then, getting help from outside, getting the strength from outside, getting confident from outside, getting tranquility state from outside, you cannot experience the inner wisdom. You cannot do that. So you have to come with the process. So that then the foundation is the effort inside, build up inside effort with anything. You are capable to do that. So then develop the mental effort. And that's why we practice sitting, and then practice meditation, for a while and practice silence, fasting, so rituals, precepts. So like that, you practice in a different, that all try to help you to develop your inner strength. And it develop then the confidence, inside confidence, not from outside. Oh, the whatever the superpower going to take care of you, or whatever the guardian angels will protect you, whatever the chanting will protect you, blessings will protect you. No, you come to a moment to know this head to toes, your body will protect you. Nothing from outside. Don't wait till anything come to you. And then is where the confidence comes. Just know yourself. Only this head to toes, this body, this mind is the protection for you. And then the very next thing, the awareness. That is where you become very clear with the awareness. Why? Because now you don't wait for anything. You know that awareness within your own body. You develop it. And that is where your recognition going to come within your own body. With your form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. When you're able to come to that level, you become like the kite that got the wind. You become like the river, start to get into the current. You become like the ship, the captain is there. You become like the bird have feathers. You become like the eagle have strong legs and the nails. And you become like the lion that have the strength. You become kind of like the elephant, can see very well. So be like the human that develop the inner strength, confident, tranquility state, and the wisdom within your own body. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu. Mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam. Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.